Hello.
Welcome to Guten Tag
This is a thing,
podcast,
kind of.
Game and Autopsy podcast.
It's mostly that, but we also haven't done a video for the Sony conference, and we're going to pick out some of, I guess, my favourites. The favourite things to talk about here.
And I'm going to play the Biden of Isaac.
Yes.
I'm just here for the games. Free games and free popcorn, even though you burnt it.
I mean, I didn't mean to burn it.
I don't think anyone's saying you did mean to burn it. People are just saying that you're shy at cooking.
It's just you who's saying that, though.
That's still more people than should be saying it.
I guess, maybe.
Crack in the sky.
What's this? What does that do?
I'll show you when we get to the boss.
Okay. Basically, so I'm going to start off with some Sony stuff. I think they started off with, like, something called Entwined, which is some weird indie game about a bird and a fish that fucking make a dragon. And it's sort of like a rhythm game, I think.
It's also what I titled the first book I attempted to write.
Entwined?
Yes.
Really?
Yep.
You tried to write a book?
I got about halfway through and gave up.
Let's not hear about that then, because it's probably got full of some dicks in it or whatever, I don't know.
No, it hasn't actually.
What was it about?
It was about two people who just kept bumping into each other, and like, it was the coincidences of them continuously meeting and the circumstances they met, and basically fate had their lives entwined until they got together. That's the whole concept of it.
Sounds like a good concept, but I can't imagine you writing stuff, really. Well, that was quick.
Tears up and down to the next one. Yeah, I've that was. I've written 3 books, or attempted to write 3 books so far.
Really?
Yep.
That surprises me, actually.
I normally get about 300 pages in and give up.
Okay. That's a new thing that I've never known that about you.
Used to
And
write
now I do
poetry.
know. That's pretty gay.
Yep. Why do you think I stopped?
I think we should say that when we say gay, we don't mean homosexual because that is offensive.
We mean happy.
No, we mean gay. I think it's like there's an episode of South Park where they talk about how a faggot isn't the same as a gay person. It's like someone who's sort of similar to a douchebag. You're not saying that actually a physical douchebag used for cleaning orifices and such.
Normally vaginal orifices, let's be honest.
Some gay people use it to clean out their butts before butt sex.
Isn't that just an enema?
Mm-hmm. So sometimes they do an enema, sometimes they do a combination of the dose.
What's the difference?
I don't know, do I?
I think you can have an alcoholic enema and you can't have an alcoholic douche. You can't have an alcoholic.
You can have an alcoholic enema, did you say?
Yeah.
Well, what's the pills do? What's the pills do now?
Boop! Bad gas.
Okay.
The Empress.
Is that the one where she like stamps on the enemies?
No, it's the High Priestess.
Oh, okay.
The Empress gives you Horror of Babylon.
Okay. There's new infamous standalone DLC, sort of like standalone, where you don't have to have the original game. Why'd you put it so far away from the rock?
So that it would get the secret room if it was there?
Oh, I see. But it wasn't. And it's called Infamous First Light. About a lady person with the superpowers. It looks good, although I don't have a PS4. When I get a PS4, I'm going to get a lot of this stuff, but we'll get to the reason later why I'm gonna get a PS Vita now. I have to. But anyway.
Is that what you text me about? And I was like, psych!
Yeah.
Fair enough.
But anyway. Little Big Planet 3, which is like a 4-player co-op thing.
New characters!
Yeah, new characters with, and there's 4 different sets of abilities for each character.
Oh, is it?
There's the original Sackboy, which is like, he has like a leaf blower type thing, so he can like blow things. Then there's a fat one that can also turn into like a small thing, so he can go through small places and then there's a bird who can fly. The makers of the game were doing like the demo, and it wasn't. You could tell it wasn't pre-recorded because of how shit they were at their own game.
Yes, I did see this and hear about it.
At so many points they sort of failed, and then like the bird seemed to just be there to sort of keep the level going. Like it looked a lot like at most points you could just use the bird to carry everyone if you didn't want to work out why. Oh, that's a lot of enemies. Get him down, get him. But yeah, Yeah. I liked the first Little Big Planet. I had it on the PlayStation Portable, the PUSPA.
Was it on PUSP?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's how I played. I didn't have a PS3, so that was the only way I could play it. It's one of the main reasons I got a PSP, actually.
Loco Roco.
I never got that.
Fucking awesome. I'm still looking for it.
You're looking for it.
The day I find it in a shop is the day I buy myself another PSP.
Another one. What happened to your first one?
I sold it 'cause it broke.
Oh, it broke. And then there was a...
Turns out you shouldn't shove PSPs up your arsehole.
You didn't know that?
Well, it didn't say in the instructions.
That's lesson number 1 at school for me.
No, mine was... Oh, I'm not going to say what I was going to say. That's offensive to quite a few people.
Okay. Okay, what just happened?
Horror Babylon.
Oh, that one. What a horrible night to have a curse. There was some Far Cry 4 gameplay with fucking wingsuits. Wingsuits, Dan. Wingsuits. And an elephant gets angry and kills people. That's all I remember.
Deal with the devil, bitches!
Oh yeah, and also...
Deal with the devil, bitches.
Okay. As Guppy said, what does that do?
Gives you 3 flies each room. It's a spacebar item, or there is Lord of the Pit.
What's that do?
Lets you fly.
Oh, cool. So you just fly for always?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Apparently on the PS4 only, there's co-op even if only one of you owns the game. But it must be in the person who owns the game's game. Like
This confused me, and I'm still confused if I'm honest.
So am I. Like, will they have to download the game? They didn't really go into much detail about what you'd have to do. What does that do? What just happens?
There's a telepills.
It teleported you. Where to?
There's just another room.
Fair enough. That's... Did you see the Dead Island 2 trailer?
Did I see the trailer? I don't remember.
There's like a dude running along, listening to his iPod, and then he starts turning into a zombie.
No, I didn't.
At least it's another CG trailer.
Also, they're sticking to their same theme.
Or the CG trailers.
Of the CG trailers that are like slightly not controversy. You can see why people might be like, no.
I think it's mostly because after the first one, the trailer for the first one, where there's the girl and she's like falling out the window, it seems like their trailers don't really have anything to do with the game. Like, that really sort of set a tone where it was going to be emotional, I think. You died, Dan.
That doesn't happen often. Start again!
But it seemed... Oh! Did you see that, Dan?
Yep.
Did you see that?
Yep.
You saw that? Good.
Shut up! I made a mistake!
Let's hope you find another bomb, maybe. And remember where that was. It was in the first room.
It tells you where it is. Look on the map.
Oh, it does, doesn't it? But now you can't get in there until you get another bomb. Or if there's another room that'll go in there.
Anyway, carry on.
Yes, another CG trailer. I don't know if it's going to have anything to do with the game. There's a dude who picks up a zombie's leg because he wants his shoes. I don't know if that means that you can steal zombie shoes. Who knows? But
Everyone loves shoes.
Not everyone loves them that much, I would say.
I would also argue that maybe not to that extent.
Enough to risk death for some shoes.
Or to take them off a dead person full stop, really.
Yeah. Although it was a zombie, so it's not exactly the same as a dead person. But
No, I would say it's considerably worse, if I'm honest.
Well, worse that it's a zombie, really.
Well, would you rather take shoes off a dead person or a zombie?
What's that on the ground there?
That?
Is it just nothing?
Yeah, just a
thing.
No.
Anyway. This is the thing. This next thing.
This is the next thing. This is the thing. This is the thing that means you're going to get a PSP.
And it's the thing that makes me annoyed.
It makes you angry and hate the world and wish you weren't born. I know, Jake.
I wouldn't say that much, though. I wish I wasn't born. Because I'm
I'd
very
say
happy to have been born.
I would say that.
Well, you're angry that you've been born.
No, I just wish you weren't born.
Oh, you got a bomb down. See what's in
Let's
there.
go correct my fuck up.
Not exactly correct it, because of course you're still missing a bomb now.
The fucking shovel. Fuck the shovel.
What's the shovel do?
I will show you. So it's
We
charge.
need to go to Peacock.
It takes ages to charge, but look.
Oh, so you can just go down the
Yep.
floor.
But then you miss out on the boss room item, and they're essential for progression. Otherwise, you're just going to die later on. So
Fair enough. Basically, there's a Grim Fandango remake It's coming to the PS4, and very luckily the PS Vita, because that costs a lot less.
It does cost considerably less.
So I'm going to be getting a PS Vita for the Grim Fandango. I mean, I want to get a PS4 later, but maybe when it's a lot cheaper, or if I win the lottery. You know, whatever comes first. What was that?
Necromonicon. Yeah.
Dessert. Hop up. Suda 51's next game, Let It Die, is coming to PS4 exclusively as well. So, yeah. I mean, I'm a fan of Suda 51, but
Sudocrem.
I'm not going to be angry about that one so much because he's had exclusive games on other consoles before. So, I think he made a Wii U one, which I've forgotten the name of at the moment. Envy. From the makers of Journey, Abzu. Interestingly, Journey was a PS3 exclusive. Abzu, they phrased it like this. It makes its console debut on PS4. Basically meaning maybe it's going to come to another console.
It makes its console... Oh, right, yeah. Okay.
It makes its console debut. Why is one of them blue?
Because it's a Super Envy part, which means it has a higher chance of dropping an attack fly opposed to anything else.
Okay. There was No Man's Sky debuting on consoles on PS4. Basically, when they say it's debuting on consoles on PS4, they're basically saying, like, it's coming to Xbox One as well. They basically announce it for Microsoft.
Yeah.
It's interesting, I think.
Yeah, but no one looks at it like that, though, do they? People look at, oh, it's coming to PS4. No, people go, actually, that means it's coming to Xbox One as well. Just
Well, I am, because I'm excited about No Man's Sky. It looks good. It looks good.
I would argue that there isn't a lot that gets shown at E3 that doesn't look good. It all gets shown there for that purpose of it looks good.
I guess, but... yeah, pretty much. Mortal Kombat X, they showed some gameplay of that.
I also saw that gameplay.
And it looks good, and we were right about the sort of showing off the, what's it called? Environmental stuff.
Yes, however, it isn't as heavy as it looked.
Well, it's early on, so there might be like big level transition type things as well.
Yeah, but I still don't. What I mean is, I don't feel it's as like the actual hits don't feel as heavy. They still feel very arcade fighter game, and I know it is a fighter game, but it would have been nice. I like the idea of having heavy hits that felt with the weight of the hits. If that makes sense.
I don't know. It seemed like a few moves do that, like really sent them back and stuff.
Really sent them back. That's the problem. I don't want them to be sent back. I want to feel. I don't know how else to explain it. In the CG trailer, it looked. Again, yeah. Personal preferences didn't. I preferred how it looked in the CG, which of course I'm bound to because it's CG.
Yeah, it does look good though, like graphically.
Yeah, there's no reason I wouldn't get it.
After that though, I pretty much stopped watching it because it dragged. This show, I was like an hour in. I think this is, and then they switched.
An hour and a half long.
Yeah, I didn't get to the full hour and a half because I had other stuff to watch. Like Nintendo was like constantly putting out stuff on their Nintendo Treehouse thing, which I was quite interested in, where they were showing off more of the stuff of the games that they'd already announced. And so that's pretty much all I've got for the Sony one. Although I think GTA 5 might have been announced at the Sony one.
It's been announced at some point for next-gen consoles.
Yeah.
It has been announced, there's no doubt about that.
But I didn't see it on any of the shows, but I think it might have been the fact that it was on the Sony one, and I didn't finish watching that,
So I apologise to the audience.
Sorry, audience. But you didn't watch either of them, either of the Nintendo and Sony ones.
Nah.
But basically, yeah, GTA 5 coming to Xbox One and PS4 and PC.
Which we both predicted, really. It was a case of we both thought they were going to leave it until sales had saturated in the current gen, obviously.
Yeah.
Makes sense from a business point of view. Not many people are going to be annoyed about it because it's a good game regardless of...
I reckon PC gamers are going to be annoyed because there's no reason it couldn't have come out before. What is that? Is that like a third eye?
Yeah.
Why are your regular eyes closed?
Because I'm using my mind to bend the tears. They're homing tears.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, so... yeah,
the
PC game...
My PC's getting loud at the moment, isn't it? It's like a jet flying past. And, Titanfall, we've spoke about an update that's coming later this month.
Oh, yes! Yes! What do you
want to talk about first? The new modes, or...?
New modes, not King of the Hill, VIP, basically.
What's VIP?
What have they called it?
Marked
Marked
for
to
death?
die. Marked for death, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is basically VIP. Someone gets marked for death, and you've got to go kill that one person.
Yeah. but
They
it's
get a
like-
head start to hide.
It's still a team thing, I think.
Well, yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
still teams. Like, each team has a marked for death.
Yeah. Each team, and like, I think as soon as one team kills the other one, it'll suddenly switch, and the person who was marked is not going to be marked anymore.
Yeah, everyone gets marked once, is how it works.
Is it?
So it's first to kill all the teammate members, basically, in order.
Ah.
Titan
Is it-
burn cards have also been announced. I
Yeah.
forgot what the second game mode was.
They like where you get amped weapons as a pilot. There's going to be amped weapons for Titans as well now.
Yes.
And there's also the other new mode, which is Wingman, which is Last Titan Standing, but 2v2.
Gears of War had a wingman. I loved it. There's a lot
There's
more.
a tinted rock tan.
Yeah, there's a lot more strategy in a wingman match than there are anything else, in my opinion.
I think like in Titanfall, in Last Titan Standing, it makes sense because like you know where in Last Titan Standing, if you're one Titan who happens to go into the area where the whole other team has gone to,
You're fucked. End
You're
of
fucked.
discussion. There is
Yeah.
no way around that.
a bit of damage there. Damn.
I did, but I can take it. I can take it like a man,
Anyway,
away from the gay innuendos.
and then there's new Titan customization in the form of decals.
In the form of,
Decals?
which are in the form of
What do you mean?
burn cards.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, and basically the challenges unlock burn cards, but if you've already done the challenges, you'll get the burn cards automatically, and the burn cards will unlock decals for the Titans. Yes.
Okay, I did not know that.
The Titanfall or Respawn were also handing out packs of burn cards, physical packs of burn cards at E3. I haven't actually seen any like pictures of the actual cards, just the packet of cards. Looks pretty cool. Evolve, it does turn out there are different monsters that you can pick from. There's going to be, I think, 5, they said. Just like there are going to be 5 different versions of each of the classes.
Yeah.
So, for example, the Hunter won't have the same weapons on all 5 versions. It'll be different weapons. One of his abilities was changed to like a sniffer dog that shows you where the monster is, roughly, in the same area as one of the abilities that changes. There's a lot of things that change, a lot more in depth than just, oh, these are the characters you've been given or selected. These are the things you've got to work with.
Okay.
What other games were spoken about? The first 30 minutes of Tales from the Borderlands were played and reviewed.
Really?
Yep.
I hadn't seen that yet.
They said it's a lot of setting up the story rather than anything else in that 30 minutes, which is fair enough because it's a story-driven game. That's all there is to it, really. They said that it's very much going to be a case of you can replay the same story 8 times because depending on whose point of view you play it from, it changes.
Okay.
Because they're known liars, the people you play as. I forgot what the names are, the girl and the guy.
So it's going to change pretty significantly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's going to be their version of the story.
And
But-
not in such a way that you could predict how it's going to change.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah. Because like in The Walking Dead, a lot of the time you could sort of...
Tell
Just
where it was
tell?
going. Yeah.
What was that you just did?
The devil card.
Hmm.
Gives me insane damage.
Did you just lose your homing skills though?
No. Boop.
Oh.
It's a one-room effect thing.
Oh, what's that? I haven't seen that before.
What, that machine?
Yeah,
Fortune teller.
interesting. Anyway,
I'm
that's
playing
all
Risk
I've got.
Copy. I can't think of anything more from E3 that I wanted to talk about particularly.
No, we've done a video on the Nintendo stuff.
If you want to see the other, our take on the other,
Stuffs
press conferences, have a look. We have them up on YouTube's.
on the YouTube.
On the YouTubes.
And thanks for listening. And
Thank you for listening and stuff. Thank you for your continued support, if you have continued support.
we got another subscriber. Thank you, person.
Yeah, cheers. We appreciate it.
We very much do because we didn't think anyone would give a shit what we say.
To some point, we still don't care. We appreciate that you do want to listen, even if that's because you completely disagree with everything we say. We appreciate your time. And
And all that.
I've got some ideas for feedback, some ideas for thank yous.
Okay.
Once we get enough people on the channel to make it worthwhile, I'm going to start doing some giveaways every month, maybe.
Every month.
Every month.
That's quite a lot.
It is, but it's not going to be like AAA
Not like-
titles, I'll be honest. They're going to be a twist on, so it might be one of Jake's favourite games from so-and-so. My favourite game from so-and-so.
Okay.
The Hollow.
Do you want to see if you can beat this, or should we just end?
Don't mind.
Go on, Dan. Beat it. Beat the thing. I've not seen this one before.
Doubt you've ever got this far.
No, probably not. Because I suck.
It is true, he has known to suck a willy or two.
I was saying that I was bad at this game, but okay.
So you're telling me you haven't sucked a willy.
I'm not denying or confirming on the internet.
However, that is the main place you meet people to suck their willies, is it not? Where else do you find people to suck their willies? I had a really weird dream.
Okay,
It wasn't
a dream.
It wasn't about sucking willies.
Sure.
We're at like a. It was like I don't know if I can describe it. Have you ever been to like a Pontins or Butlins?
Yeah.
Where where they've got the chalets, but they've got like the little like apartments basically.
Yeah.
But instead of little apartments, everyone had a caravan.
Okay.
And the main building where they have all the amusements was like a luxury hotel building. And for fun, people used like to mingle. They used to queue up, and there'd be like a half an hour queue to go into this bath. And it was like a bath that could fit 6 people, and you would be naked, not with swimming trunks or anything. You'd be naked, and you'd mingle with people in there. It got really awkward. I went in there with my parents, and there were 3 other people in there, and we were talking to the other family, and they were nice and all that. So we left the bathtub after covering our winkles up and other parts. We were heading back to the chalet the apartment that I was staying in, because my family were in the luxury building. And on the way there was Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy, the big tree guy. And I was like, oh my god, it's Groot! I was so excited. Then realised that he was a bit musclier and looked evil. I was like, oh shit, get to the chalet, guys, I'll distract him. And I distracted him, and he then continued to eat my butt cheeks.
And on that rather exciting note, I think we should end.
Well, wait, we should end on this. Say goodbye, Jake, so you're prepared for this.
Goodbye.
Au revoir!